hit easy apply hundreds of times this month and still you're not hearing back. The days and weeks are now rolling into months and savings are starting to run low. Let's face it, something has got to change. Getting a job these days is doing lots of small things well, and today I'm going to share one method you can use to get yourself in front of the hiring manager without hitting easy apply ever again. I'm Lucy Gilmore, a former recruiter in the life sciences sector. Incorporating my experience as a recruiter and a hiring manager, I now dedicate my time to helping job seekers get hired in 60 days or less through my daily tips on LinkedIn and weekly videos here on YouTube. So please be sure to like this video, and if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of more valuable insights. Now, whether you have 10 connections on LinkedIn or 10,000, this method will work. You can connect with 100 people per week on LinkedIn, so the first thing you want to do is start taking advantage of this. Now, don't send all 100 connection requests at once, as LinkedIn will think you're an AI bot and can place you in LinkedIn jail. Is this actually a thing? Yes, it absolutely is, and I've found myself there a few times. It's basically they put your account on hold till you can verify that you're a real person. So to avoid this, I recommend connecting with no more than 20 people a day. So when you're commuting or sitting in front of the TV in the evening, jump on LinkedIn and fire out those connections. Now, how do you find the right people to connect with? Now, it's crucial you get strategic with this. This isn't a competition to see how many connections you can grow your LinkedIn by. You want to make each and every connection count. So my advice is to make a list of your target companies you would like to work for and do this exercise for every job that you see advertised that you're interested in. So find the company page on LinkedIn, go to the People tab and start connecting with the hiring managers or decision makers of the company. Now, don't just connect to the company's HR or talent acquisition team. Think about the job title of the person that would usually be your line manager or their manager and connect with them too. They are likely to be the key decision makers and hiring managers, and therefore the people that you ideally want to be reaching out to. Now, if it's a smaller company or you're looking for a more executive level role, don't be afraid to connect and reach out to the CEO of the company. Whilst on the People tab on the company page, I also recommend connecting with other employees at your target company so that you can expand your connections. Now, a referral from a current employee is 4 times more likely to be hired. Now, you can also visit the company's life tab on their company page. Now, most of the larger organizations have this feature on their company pages, and many of the smaller companies are adding it. So on the live tab, you'll see great insights about the company and their culture, but the real value lies in the section titled Trending Employee Content. This section is a goldmine for your job search. First, you'll see what employees of the company have to say about working there, and secondly, you'll discover active LinkedIn members that you can connect and engage with on a regular basis. And this leads me to my next tip. One question I often hear from job seekers is, how do I know if I'm contacting the right person for the role? The fact is, you won't always know with 100% assurance that you have the right person, and that's okay. You can always ask them to direct you to the right person if they're not the one that you need. Now, if there's a job advertised on LinkedIn that you're interested in, on the job post, you'll see a section called Meet the Hiring Team. Now, this is usually either the recruiter or the hiring manager for the role. If you have LinkedIn Premium, you can use an email to message them, or they may have an open profile, in which case you can just message them for free. Now, don't expect 100% response rate. Not every hiring manager will respond, and that's okay. For every 10 hiring managers or employees you message, only about 4 will reply, and this is normal. It does not mean that there's anything wrong with you, your skills, your application, or anything else other than the person is likely either too busy to respond, receives too many messages and cannot respond to them all, or isn't actually active on LinkedIn. Now, that said, when you're searching for connections, I strongly recommend focusing on active LinkedIn members. So if you run a search for a VP of clinical operations and it gives you a result of 10 people who are second degree connections, visit each of their LinkedIn pages and check out their posts and their activity. Now, you're likely to see one of 3 things. So 1, they haven't posted on LinkedIn or engaged with anyone else else's posts in a year, or 2, they have commented and liked other people's activity but haven't posted anything themselves, or 3, they post status updates and comment on other people's posts regularly. Now you want to prioritize the people in group 3. They're your first choice. These are the people who it will be easiest to build a mutually beneficial relationship with. It will be easy to support and engage with them because they post frequently. The more they see your name on their posts and your support, the more likely they'll be to comment and engage on your posts. Now, you'll end up supporting each other, getting to know each other and helping each other out. Now, you can still connect with the people in the second group, those that comment on or engage with other posts but don't post updates themselves. Chances are they'll connect with you and may even comment on your status updates. However, it won't be as easy for you to engage with them if they aren't posting. You'll have to do a little more work by finding where they're joining conversations and then jumping in. Now, this is a great strategy for a priority contact, by the way, like a key decision maker you've identified that you really want and need to get to know. Now, the people who aren't engaging and posting probably came to LinkedIn, created a profile and haven't been on since, or they're likely only using LinkedIn when they're job searching instead of using it as a career management and networking tool. They may respond to your request to connect or they may not. If you send a message to someone who falls in this category, it's highly likely your message will go unanswered. And this is where a lot of frustration comes in for people when job searching and trying to make contacts and build their network. They try to connect with someone who isn't active. Instead, I'd focus your time on narrowing down the active members and engaging with them. That way, you're sowing seeds that will reap a harvest. In my Career Growth Accelerator program, I teach you how to research companies, people, and connections so you can grow a stronger network of contacts to advance your career. I also show you how to create and post authentic content that can get you 2 times more interview invitations. I'll leave a link with more details in the comments. Now we know how to find the hiring manager, what do we say to them? Let's think about the messages that will actually get a response. Now, before I give you a script, I want to share some best practices with you. So consider the people that you know best. Friends, family, past colleagues, and those you've built a solid relationship with on LinkedIn. Now, these are the people that you can ask for a referral. The key thing is you need to build rapport with someone before you make an ask of them. Do not ask people you've never spoken to for a referral or recommendation, etc. Now, let's talk about that all-important connection request. Now, there's a lot of differing advice on this, but my experience, I tend to find I get better connection rate when I don't send a message with my connection request. I also find that I accept more connection requests from people who don't send a message. I tend to find the ones that put a message together are usually selling me something or automated. Now, that said, if it's a connection request to someone who is actively hiring for a position that you want to apply for and time is of the essence, then I would send a message with your connection request. So for messages to people who are actively hiring, you want to send them a message highlighting exactly why you feel you would be a good fit for the role, specific to the job description. So I usually suggest you highlight 3 key ways you meet the requirements. So for example, hi John, I see you're looking for a clinical development lead. I have 20 years industry experience, 15 years in clinical development and 10 years oncology experience. Having helped similar sized biotechs take drugs to market, I would love to do the same for you. Would you be open to a conversation? Now, when I was working as a recruiter, whenever someone sent me a message defining exactly how they were a good fit for the role I was working on, they got a call back every time. They made my job easy, and that's exactly what you want to do. If you want a response, don't send a message saying, here's my resume, can you let me know if you have any suitable positions? Nobody has time to scroll through your resume and see where you may be a good fit. At the end of the day, we're all busy people, so the easier you can make someone else's job or support with a problem that they may have, the better response you will get. Now finally, do not use the AI generated messages LinkedIn suggests. they are awful. And when they land in my inbox, they get immediately deleted. I literally receive hundreds of these messages a month, and I don't even work as a recruiter anymore. So do not use them if you want to stand out and actually get a response. Now remember, not every hiring manager will respond, but about 40% will. So don't feel too discouraged when 60% of your messages go unanswered. This is normal. Just be consistent, and in doing so, you will start to see more responses. If you want to discover more ways to connect with hiring managers and others who can help you with your job search, I explain additional strategies and teach you how to leverage your job search as part of my Career Growth Accelerator program. The program is delivered through a series of online video tutorials for convenient self-paced learning, as well as coaching calls with myself for a more personalized approach. If your way's not working, why not try mine? I'll pop a link to the program in the description below. If you've enjoyed this video and learned something new, please let me know by hitting the like button and leaving a comment below. And if you're new around here, subscribe to be notified of more videos like this helping you land your dream job.